Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know it's your boy Professor Pippin back in this bitch on I Trade the Asian. Oh, yeah. I forgot my intro. Shit, you know what it is. Back in the be on I Trade the Asian. Trying to get Asian, trying to get loud. Yes, Lord. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I ain't been on this bit in a minute. In a hot minute. Um, A lot of it been due to, conflicting in time schedules. But outside of that, it's just been cooking and cleaning up these charts on my lonesome. Saw some big opportunities on AU last week, saw some big opportunities on UCAT. Not really gonna break all that down just because I ain't made a video to be able to kind of show you where I was at and what I was looking for. But at this point, on AU, we still somewhat overall bearish. Um, I'm gonna try to get a couple of these things broke down for you and show you some things that I've been looking at, what I'm gonna be looking for going forward. Um, yeah, it was around about last year this time, October, early October, where I started to become profitable. And what I'm noticing again this year is, I've been getting smacked. I got smacked a lot this year. This year was tough. I lost a lot. Did a lot of losing. But once that fourth quarter hit, I don't know, the market forgot what was going on or what had happened. But since mid October until now, oh man, we've been eating shit up. So slowly but surely recovering my account. Um, if they give me a couple more weeks like I've been doing, I actually could have already gained what I lost from let's say March until September. I could have made it in two trades. On one, my my margin didn't cross on my broker, but it did cross on here. And on the second one, I think I got out a little too early. Um, the one trade that I was specifically speaking of, that the margin that crosses right over here. I was looking for buys. I had a limit, probably like, let me see if this is at 123. I was probably at like, it can't be because I don't remember that number. But either way, it was some situation like this. I was looking for buys. Like I said, margin crossed over here, but it didn't cross on my broker, and I got left. The price actually took off. It was one of those situations where I had a bigger lot than I normally use, and like I said, with just that one trade alone, would have potentially recovered all the losses I had since March until now. But we ain't here to talk about what's going on, what had happened. We talking about what's going on right now. But looking at AU overall from the higher time frame, bumping out to that weekly time frame. Go ahead and refresh that thing. Go ahead and clear everything so we can see. Overall, this price action is still pushing for the most part to the downside. Just swing highs and swing lows. Um, Lower high, lower low, new lower high, or potential new lower high. They're still pushing to try to make that new lower low. And from the price action we have been seeing, oh shit, hold on. Okay, yeah, from the price action we have been seeing, price action just been pushing to the downside. So when you come down to that daily chart, what I'm now looking at is, still, swing highs to swing lows on a major time frame. But as we look at up close and personal price action, um, come on, back down here. What we can see is, just as price action starts to create structure right over here, for me, the way I'm counting off is lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And we're still, for the most part, stuck within that range on a daily time frame from this lower high to this lower low right down here. So when you bring back the analysis, we got the yellow lines identifying that daily high and that daily low. From my perspective, from the way I identify structure, the way I trade, and the way I've been getting active and getting busy on that thing for the last few weeks, this mic sound off for some reason. I don't know, something sounds shaky. Hello, just sound real low. But overall, yeah, like I said, still lower high, lower lower. The thing that I did notice, going into last week, we bumped down to the 4 hour. We did not really break any higher time frame structures, and when price action go to not breaking higher time frame structures throughout a whole week, when it comes to the next week, I ain't really trying to be messing with it because it's really, for the most part, consolidating. So you got that daily high, daily low, retracement back into the 70% area. Yeah, this was definitely that buy that I missed out on. That would have, reestablished your boy as far as profits in the account. But took these buys. was looking for these shorts. This was the trade I got out early on. Um, lower high, lower lows, looking for the liquidity grab to see if price action was going to continue to go bullish. What happened was on the lower time frames, price action came down, grabbed this liquidity. And on the lower time frame, right up here, price action got choppy. So I was like, you know what? I had already made some profits. Let me hop out of that thing. And then that thing ended up leaking all the way down. So yeah, that one trade going up, that one trade coming back down. I did not take any pictures, don't got no proof. I'm just, telling you how it was, what I saw and how I got it. But 4 hour time frame, daily high, daily low, still within that range, pullback, came down. What I did notice last week definitely was taking buys on AU all week because we did not break the structural low right down here. So I knew definitely to be looking for a pullback. And then once price action closed above this little structure right here, the lower time frames definitely was shooting on buys all week last week. But for the here and now, price action wasn't a retracement phase, did come back down and did not break structural lows again, looking left. So for me, I really would like to be sitting and wait for the best bullish scenario. Like I said, I do obviously see price action is bearish, but right here on the 4 hour time frame, we kind of have shifted bullish. And this is what I mean by not breaking structural highs, structural lows from the previous week, just kind of top side. I don't know. It could come down here, grab liquidity, and then take off to the top side. We could come down and break these little lows looking left right over here and give you a break and retest motion. It could do a lot of things, but when price action does not break higher time frame structure, it makes it that much harder to, try to, for me anyways, it makes it that much harder to build that confluence to say what price action really wants to do. We could see the lead grab liquidity, come back out of there, break and retest, and then get back to the top side. So definitely two possible scenarios coming into the week for AU. Daily, weekly, bearish, 4 hour identifying bullishly, breaking structure right over here, new high, high, potentially new higher low. Looking to see if we're gonna get back up out of that thing. The hourly, or I would say from the hourly on down is what kind of make this like, I definitely really don't want to mess with this because as you go from you got that 4 hourly low to that 4 hourly high. We came down, lose somewhat of a lower high right there, lower low, came back and broke above there. So the hourly is somewhat identifying bullishness for me as well as the 4 hour. So what I want to see is this little 15-minute range get broken out of, price action close above this hourly resistance, give me some type of pullback, and then break up out of there. That's the only way I'm looking for buys. For sales, I don't know what I want to see for sales. For sales, I just want to see something that breaks higher time frame structures looking left and then maintains below those levels once we do break those structures looking left. So because I am going to have that idea of that liquidity grab just coming down, wicking below here, grabbing liquidity from this level and always going to be looking for the shift back above. But at this point, if we were to get that liquidity grab, this is a long way for price action to close back above that structure, which would then potentially be a new hourly lower high that came down, gave you a new lower low. So if we do get that come back down, if we do get that breaker structure, if we come back up and don't break above this high that causes breaker structure to the downside, then yeah, probably gonna look for a continuation shorts for it to go back down there. But uh, if we do come down, grab that liquidity, and then get back above this high, I will be looking for that retest again and then try to get that thing back up to the top side. Only will be considering buys because I feel like in my eyes, the 4 hourly is bullish and the hourly is bullish as well. So that's pretty much what I got on AU. Pushing over to UCAD. UCAD is where I really got the gas last week. That really gave me a big trade. Right over here during the Asian session. What is this on Monday? Monday, I will go down and break down higher time frames, but Monday was right down up in here when the Asian session opened and bumped down to the 15-minute bump down on Shorty. What I was looking for was price action to push back into demand. I didn't really get as far, I didn't get it to leak as far as I wanted to, but what I said, okay, well, on the 15-minute, this little blue line, what we got right here, this is going to be my last lower high on the 15-minute, they gave you lower low. So when price action closes above that area, I'm buying no matter where price action was. I was actually late on the entry, right where that blue line is, probably a little bit higher is where I actually got in, set through all the way throughout the London, into the New York session. News popped off. I can't remember what the news event was, but it got up out of there. And by the time I woke up, TPs was smashed. Didn't really have to do much. Didn't really have to stress. And then from the rest of the week, I was looking for buys. The things that kind of threw me off of my trades a little bit as far as taking the continuation buys was this move up, came down and broke this little structure here on the 15 minutes. So I was kind of cautious to say, okay, well, since we pushed up the area where price action took off from, we came down and broke through that level. And generally, I know it's on a 15-minute time frame, but generally when I see price action break through structures like this, I'm kind of weary of this move right here, pull back and then leak on your ass. So I didn't go real heavy on the buys I got right up in here. Still was profitable. It just wasn't as big a lot as I would like to use. But what I saw on the back end that wanted me to continue to take buys is this push up here, broke structure looking left. So I was looking for the retest, but I didn't want that retest to break through here. So small lot sizes throughout this agent. Let me see, what did I do over here? I might not even got in, but ultimately was looking for those new those continuation buys up to the top side, which we got a support area created right here on the 1 hour time frame, and it did eventually break through this high, created a new 1 hour range from this low to this high, and now going into next week, I did kind of jam myself up because I had liquidity area building up. And see, it looks a little bit different. These lows on my broker. Wait, maybe that's it right there. That's why I'll bump out to the hourly. These lows right here. What I had was a buy limit from down here. As you can see, price action leaked right through. I had a 15-minute imbalance area somewhere right up in here. I did notice these equal lows right here. And I said, okay, price action could come down and sweep through that level and grab that liquidity before getting back to the top side. I took a buy limit. I had stops right below the liquidity level, came down and grabbed me. I am looking for buys going into next week for UCAS simply because, like I said, the same thing like we were talking about on AU, price action swoop down, grab the liquidity. We've already closed above that previous lower high on the 15-minute time frame and now going back up. So coming into tomorrow, what I look for is see if we can reject this area or this area and come back and give me a retracement. Not breaking this low. This low right here is be critically important for my trading plan. As far as finding those continuation buys. So looking for come up to the red, respect the low, then get back up there, targeting the 4 hour resistance first, or it can come back up to that hourly resistance, come back down, not break this low, and then we definitely looking for a continuation buys back up to the top side. So overall, definitely only looking for the buys on UCAD, only looking at short to break out shorts right down here. Possible shorts right there, breakout shorts right down there. But outside of that, we're definitely looking for buys. We gonna bump out to the higher time frame. I know I'm kind of out of order on this UCAD, but overall the higher time frames are kind of funky. You know, looking at swing levels as far as you say high highs, higher lows. Looking at this, you can potentially last higher low, higher high, come back down, didn't break structure, push back up, failed to create, failed to create a new high. So you kind of want to chop. Then we somewhat rolled over bearish a little bit within this structural range right over here, high, low, lower, high. Then price action got back above this little lower high here within this range right here. So a lot of internal price action flip flopping, doing like so. When we come down to the daily, as you look at these little structural levels, is where as far as where price action is, um, like I said, that high to low is right up in there, but the internal structure where price action is actually making its move right now. We're just kind of marking this off as the low to the new high, higher low, higher high. So back when you bring the analysis back, the daily low to the daily highs down there to up there. And we were marking internal structures as far as 4 hourly time frames, 4 hourly support. As price action, you know, does higher low thing on the 4 hour time frame, 4 hour higher low, higher highway up there, bump down to the 4 hour. What I kind of was looking for last week, I did take some good buys on all this good price action right over here, but I was expecting it potentially to come back down to the structure most recently broken and or to fill this little imbalance field right down here. That didn't happen. Price action continued to go bullish. So we just continued to take buys on UCAD. So daily bullish, 4 hourly, currently bullish, hourly, still currently bullish, bump down to the 1 hour. As we're tracking for next week, like I said, I've already shown you two possible scenarios that I want to see. Rejection of this little 15-minute zone, pull back and then get me up out of there. Rejection of the 1 hour resistance, pull back and get up out of there. If price action just come out and just go big bullish, then I'm gonna have to go down to the 15-minute and see if I can set something up during the agent. If not, then just let it ride. More leaning towards letting AU ride right now until I get some more information on the charts. But ultimately, bullish all around on UCAD. Chopping around somewhat bearish on AU and push over to UJ. UJ been stuck in this big ass range for the last since October 23rd. What's today? Is that right? No, Tuesday, October 3rd. So sitting at almost about 2 weeks, something like that. We've been stuck right here. And I have not looked at this chart. We have not broken at least, I mean, the 15 minutes is trending to the top side, but I at least need to see an hourly structural break within 2 weeks, and that ain't happened. So definitely have peeled off of UJ. Usually I was striking earlier in the third quarter, the later months of the third quarter, but ultimately marking daily low hasn't created that daily high because we haven't seen any retracement type activities. I know that was a weekly time frame, but as you look at the swing levels, um, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and no retracement activities like you got here. Breaking structure looking left to identify that official pullback for me because there hasn't been any structural breaks on a 4 hour time frame. Then this push can just keep pushing to however long it wants to push. Once I get that structural break back to the downside to identify that new daily high, then be able to make a better prediction of where we think UJ is going. Besides just going straight bullish. Um, Potentially could be targeting this high right over here before it does that retracement. So we could have a little bit of ways to see price action keep pushing before we get any type of retracement. I know UJ does not like huge retracements to get busy. We still got 208 pips to the top side. So potentially on a 15 minute, if I can catch a higher low formation, I will get active on that thing, but not 10 out of 10 chance, you probably see about 1%, 2%, two out of 10. I probably hop in on something on UJ because otherwise it ain't worth it. You know, when you see price action doing some fuckery and you know it's about to give you more fuckery, it's best to stay out of that. Best to stay out of them charts. But daily pushing bullish, 4 hour for me, identifying bullish. We got the retracement type activity right up in here. Support built. Price action got up out of there to the top side. We're looking for breakout buys below 142, 290. Why? Because that's for me our 1 hour support area. We break out there, we potentially come back to touch or retest something within that 4 hour support. Drag that on over. And then, yeah, we can potentially have breakout buys. We still got that 208 range to the top side. That price action could be moving up too. So, yeah, we could catch a 15-minute rollover, high, low formation and get up out of there to the top side. But outside of that, usually it's a bunch of trash right now. Let it do what they're going to do and sell your pockets. Clicking on the GU. I ain't looked at GU in a minute because, like I said, on UCAT and AU, I was eating. And a lot of times for my psychology, when I get to eating on particular charts, I don't like to flip to another one because I don't want to lose that edge. And when I'm in there and I'm greasing and grinding the wheels, I'm gonna ride with that thing. But jump out to the weekly. When we see the price action was big bullish, we could say higher, low, high. Well, it might be a higher, low, high. We have kind of broken two higher, low, high structures within this little swing, pushing up. So we could be identifying this still big bullish. It all depends on how you identify your structure. For me, I'm seeing price action that rolled over bearish. We done been bearish since July. Number bearish, lower lows, lower highs on lower time frame on the weekly time frame. Yeah, lower lows and lower highs. This right here makes it a little bit concerning because this could you finally get that break of structure um on a 4 hourly time frame. The price action push up and then pull back. We did not break the low, so we could be looking for some buys going into next week. Y'all seen that? But yeah. So for me, let me see what we got, how we got it marked. Yeah, daily high to the daily low. 4 hour time frame, 4 hourly low to the 4 hourly high retracement. Didn't break the low looking left. So we're looking for any type of price action that look like we're rolling back over big bullish. Based off of the hourly, we would have that confirmation to say we potentially starting to come back up to retest that 4 hourly resistance slash supply area. Once we get above 122 by 115-ish area. Right now, the hourly is bearish overall. Hourly bearish, 15-minute bearish, 4 hours bullish. So yeah, let's see some higher time frame structure slash resistance or support get broken first before we try to make any big inclinations on where we think GU is going. Right now, we just kind of chop it. We're making lower lows and lower highs right up in here. Lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low, lower high, lower low. So that's why you got your hourly supply to your hourly demand. Come up, break that lower low sequence, lower low, lower high sequence right up in here. Start making higher highs and higher lows, pull back, respects the low. So if I had been looking at this last Friday around the London session, definitely would have been looking to take these buys right here as we respect this supportive area right here in the market and that thing flip over, break a little 15-minute structural resistance structural area on the 15-minute chart. And that thing got up out of there to the top side. So If you into these buys, I'll be looking for price action to see how it reacts once you get back into this 15-minute resistance. If it breaks above there, 1 hour resistance, if 1 hour resistance come back down, does not break the low, oh yeah, we're looking for buys and we should be good to go back to the top side. But right now, we kind of in the middle, price action close to a reaction area. Let me see how many pips away we could be looking. About 20 pips, so it ain't that really much long. You really got to wait unless price action just come out and start going sideways next week. 20 pips, see how it reacts and pull back. Um, this structural on a 15-minute right here is real choppy. So not really, I don't really have a level right up with this price action here that I would say I want to see a pullback to that level and then see it get back up there. But yeah, I want to see how it react from up here first, how we pull back down, respecting lows right up in here, then start looking for some fives. But overall, GU, what was it on the daily? Bearish, 4 hour bullish, 1 hour bearish, and a 15-minute looks 15 minutes chopping. 15 minutes more bullish than bearish right now. Push up, fail to break the low. Now we could be coming back to break through the high. So it's all over the place on GU. Wait for some clarity. Wait for hourly at least to get broken to the top of the downside, and then you can kind of have more clarity on which direction. You got clean ass range right up here. Get you some good pippage back to the top side. Looking at supply right over here. 81 pips, and then all the way back to the top of the resistance, 113 of them things. Then if you get that continuation trade all the way back up to that you got a long ass way to get right back up here. But yeah. On GU is sit back and wait. And let's see what that 1 hour gonna get broken, which side's gonna get broken on first. Clicking over to GJ because of UJ being a bunch of fuckery. I expect GJ to be a bunch of fuckery. Let's see if I can get this fixed, lined up, bump out to that weekly. I have not looked at any of these charts in a long time. Like I said, because I was cooking it, cranking on UK and AU. Let me see, gonna have blank that thing. Bullish. Higher highs and higher lows could be a new higher low to go to give you that new higher high there, my friend. Jump down to the daily. From the daily, we got the higher low to the new higher high to the daily range. As we bump down on buddy to the 4 hour time frame, making lower lows and lower highs right up in here. Lower high, lower low. From this low, we sprung up and gave you a new high. So that's why you got the 4 hour support, 4 hour resistance right up here. When you bump down to the 4 hour time frame, you can see the swing levels, swing and come down, create support, boom, immediately right up to the top of there, breaking above. So daily, weekly bullish, 4 hour time frame has rolled over bullish in my eyes. We are starting to see some type of retracement slash consolidation. Based off of hourly structure, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, push above, broke above this little lower high. I'm at this, yeah, this lower high. So now we've got lower low, higher high, higher low. So we could be looking for that new higher high right now. Stuck within this 1 hour range from this low to this high. This low created this high, breaking above structure here. So right now, kind of choppy on the 15-minute time frame. This again is another one I want to see price action break on the 1 hour time frame. We got breakout buys above here, so we could get something right up in here, come back into supply looking left. But definitely want to see a break and retest potentially to potentially on like something like the 15-minute to take a continuation buy up to the top side on what is this, GJ? Like I said, with UJ being in a state of fuckery, I knew GJ was gonna be the same way. But as far as these breakout trades to the downside or to the top side, you're looking at a good range, good pippage to get up out of there. So the shorts, I don't really see a good scenario for the shorts, but the buys most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Break above, break out, starting to roll over somewhat bullish on an hourly. Um, Actually, I really don't see a whole bunch of anything for this, but if it breaks above 182, about that 820, 830 area, we definitely could be looking for breakout buys to the top side, come back down to the downside. I feel like it'll be obvious to see candles were printing bullish. We got two big explosive candles up to the top side, and then when we come back, we see the momentum starts to be lost, and these candles right up here, not as much volume, not as much thrust still in that thing. So we could see some leakage. Um, I don't know that I want to take breakout shorts from right over here. I think I see this little order block right here. Price come down, tap in, take off, give you a new high, come back, tap within this order block again. This is on a 4 hour time frame too. Fails to create new highs looking left. So, like I said, this could be a reason we're losing volume within these candles. And like we got big ass candles right here, two candles to get up there. And now we got at least one, two, three, four bullish candles that's failing to break this high. So if I saw leakage and closure below this 181.070, 080 area, probably will take some risky shorts back into 4 hour support slash demand. But I would have to be in front of the charts for that to happen. So we'll see what happens. But overall, let's see, bump back out. Let's see what we're looking like. Higher time frames are bullish. 4 hour is bullish, and the 1 hour sort of choppy. So definitely want to see price action break the 1 hour resistance or the 1 hour support first, and then make a determination on what I want to do for the rest of the week. Last but not least is Mr. Gold. Gold is big bullish. Clicking over to the daily, huge range, 4 hour swing lows, huge range daily from the higher low to the higher high. Then on the daily, within that daily range, we start making lower lows and lower highs right up on her. Price action push from what is that? Last week, 2 weeks ago. Last week, I think got up out of there, breaking structure, looking left. So when you bump down to that 4 hour time frame demand area right up in here, that caused a break of structure looking left. We got up out of there. So I want to see at least a 1 hour shift. And this right here is really funky as far as identifying levels because these pullbacks are very shallow, very weak. They don't cause any break of structures on the lower time frame right up in here. So I ain't really too confident if price action comes down here and break one of these levels and say, okay, yeah, we might be ready to go back bearish to come back and probably retest something within this 4 hour resistance. So any bearish type price action on gold definitely is only retracement to get in and get more buys right now within this market. Because even marking this 1 hour support, I was struggling because one of the things I look for as far as marking when price action is done, pushing bullish is the how it breaks structure coming back down. And right here, you don't really see any lower low, lower high continuation coming back to the downside. You do get this little bearish push here, but not a whole bunch of bullish influence within there. So, I would say this is all one move for me. Potential lower high, failed to create, then got back up right there to the top side, right up in here, pushed up, gave you a high, came down. Didn't really break this little structure area here where price action came from, or even come back down here. So it's tough to identify gold structure right now, but I just identified this level because it stood out to me when I was looking at the chart. So potentially would need to see price action close below that 1905, 506. That is a huge drop back to the downside. So while you waiting on that, you potentially could have caught the shorts if you know how to identify what price action is doing right up in here. So it's tough on gold. I would want to see price action play out a good bit. So probably be something like a Wednesday before I would look at gold and be like, okay, I'm ready to make a move. But yeah, outside of that, ain't nothing too much else going on. Been looking at some cryptos, not looking to get in, but just looking at them, keeping an eye on them. I bought into XRP way back in like 2019. So I just been holding and more holding. Um, yeah, that's probably about it. Right now, we just trash, and more trash. Looking for areas where I potentially, could buy some Bitcoin, let that thing roll on up, drop that money into my trading account, let that thing roll on up. It's just a lot of different angles I'm trying to attack this thing from. So right now, XRP, like I said, I've been holding since 2019, like way over her somewhere, way over her. Uh, let me see. January, February, that's 2018. I think I started it because I was getting ready to sell all of my XRP. So, somewhere right up in here. So we done sat through all of this. You know what I'm saying? We done sat through all of that and sat through all of this. And one of the things that made me whole was I was talking to somebody and my man was like, hold on. XRP has a court case out right now. They open and the settlement could bring huge returns to the investors. It was back in fucking 2019. It's 2023, bro. I've been holding that shit all this time. Still hoping and wishing and praying that that settlement come through. Settlement already came out, made like 2 cents, and bitch. Yeah. So at this point, I ain't lost no money, but I ain't made none either. So might as well just keep holding, see what happens. I said at this point, because I done been through this and been through this and then back down to here, only way I'm selling is if the company go under and they be like, we bankrupt or we got to give it to somebody else. That's about the only way I'm getting out. Because otherwise, they can flip flop all they want to on these charts. I'm gonna just keep sitting there looking because it's some of it's staked off, some of it is out in the ledger somewhere. locked up, secure and tight, and just waiting for the day we can hop out of that thing. Like, I'm done with that. You did what I need you to do for me. Now I'm up out. But yeah, I think I'm about to slide by this thing. Ain't too much more I can analyze based off of the trades, or not the trades, but the charts that I'm looking at for this week. Um, yeah, I'm always on these charts. Just because I ain't dropping videos right now, I'm still on them charts. We still got the Telegram. I had a lot of people pull out on the Telegram. I mean, that's cool. That's what you do. But I'm still here on these charts daily, 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 daily. If you got questions, hit them comments, baby. If you're trying to link through a session, hit them comments, baby. If you need some help in general, hit them comments. Your boy will respond. I'm always monitoring the account. I just ain't been making no videos. Like I said, conflicting time situations going on. Had some family health issues that popped off too. So I really was not into making videos at that time, but I have been on these charts and we have been cutting up in the last 2 weeks of October. So hoping to carry that momentum over into November. Hoping to see the AU either leg grab and push back to the top side, or come down and give us a break and retest, and we can ride that thing on out for them new higher time frame lower lows. And then we just gonna go from now. But outside of that, that's all I got for this one. I'm about to slide. The next game about to come on. Alabama and already won. Roll Tide, baby. We in that thing. You know what I'm saying? You know how we get down. Outside of that, I'm out of that thing.